alpha, she's the leader, she's the one to trust. Together we do whatever it takes. We're in this pack for life. We're wolves. We own the night. We own what we own. Oh, we own the night.
Oh, what? Sick. Dudes, welcome back to... I hate doing intros. That's the problem. We tried it once, and I can never find a good flow with it, but, I mean, we live. Welcome for the Boys Podcast. I'm joined by my beautiful friend Parker, who's not here. So, crazy story. We love our technical difficulties, but this is just, I don't want to say poor planning. It just didn't happen. So yes, today, for this little episode, I am alone. Parker is not here. He is trapped in California. Isn't that right, Parker? But, so, originally, we were doing the Christmas special. That was going to, we brought it up, I think, in the Christmas special, but we have a lost episode because for some reason the mics just did not decide they wanted to work. So that's always fun. But we wanted to double check and make sure that, I don't know, I'm going with this. Sorry. This is the problem when I don't have Parker. Like, all my dumb mistakes just are me. So basically what it comes down to, Parker and I we decided we were going to do episode, I think it was 2. It was the Christmas special. And then we were going to film another one to kind of have like just a third one ready to go. Well, mics weren't plugged in, so it's the lost episode. It just didn't sound good. The audio just sounds like shit. And I was like, I don't want my name on that. I don't want attached to that in any way. You know what I'll do? We filmed the Christmas special and the New Year special together. We released those. And then I was going to interview my wife because we wanted to start talking about the church stuff that we had gone through with the church here. Kind of start chronicling that. Well, so I'm filming this on a Wednesday. And my wife and I were on a date Sunday. I was like, hey, you want to do it today? We were talking. Not it. But, filming. And we were talking over lunch, our little lunch date. She's like, yeah, let's be down. Well, as we were leaving, we're like, maybe not. Maybe today isn't the best day to do it. We'll just do it later. We'll do it tomorrow, Monday, because I don't work Monday and she doesn't work in the morning. So we were going to do it. We were going to film Monday, but then my daughter decided to wake up at 1:30 and didn't fall back asleep until 4. So the next day we were exhausted. So I was like, shit, fuck, what do I do? I'm starting to have a little panic because I'm like, damn it. Like, I don't have another episode built up. I do not want to release the lost episode right now. It just sounds like shit. It's not an episode I want to release. It's like the 4th or the 5th episode. So I was talking to Parker and he's like, and it was funny because I think it was like Monday or Tuesday, I think. He's like, hey, I'm actually gonna, Parker went and visited his family in California for the holidays. And right as I was thinking, like, maybe I can call someone, like either bring on Corbinzi's or another friend, because no one was gonna be able to come on camera with me this late notice. So I was like, okay, what can I call someone? Because the Vocaster, which I'm not using today, I'm using the original mics we got for this, which is nice to use again because we don't get to use them. But we were the Vocaster allows, if I call someone, I can plug it through, mess with their audio, and it sounds pretty good quality. But it's just like right as I was thinking about that, Parker's like, hey, I'm actually going to come home early. I should be there on the 8th of January, which is today, Wednesday. Well, clearly didn't happen. California's on fire again. And it is 100% the governor's fault. Getting that in a second. So Parker was originally supposed to leave at, I want to say it was like 12 or something today from Burbank, California, and get back into Grand Junction, Colorado by 3:20. I was like, awesome. I'll come back home. I'll grab the equipment. We'll go and film a quick episode. and I'll release it, this Friday. That way we have something. We don't have a lot of subscribers right now. We don't. We're just trying to build something. But I was like, I didn't want to miss a date. I didn't want to do that because, especially like we're only like 4 or 5 episodes in. I want to keep the ball rolling, So Parker texted me this morning. It's like, hey man, it's looking like I might not be able to make it. I will let you know. It's like, okay. By the time this flight was supposed to come, I get another text saying, hey, actually I'm not. My flight got pushed and canceled, and I'm not gonna be there until like 10 tonight. And I was like, Jesus, okay. So I racked my brain a little bit, just trying to figure out what I was gonna do, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to Glenn Beckett. So this is for the boys, just the boy. So it's funny. I had to how the fuck do I do this by myself? I usually have I usually have my co-host Parker, and we just bullshit and drink. I don't even have fucking beer with me tonight. I do. It's not good beer though. So it was like, what do I do? So I literally all day, I think I just watched clips of Glenn Beck interviewing people, Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles. Because I was like, I don't really know what to do. Also, I'm exhausted. And my daughter also was up late again last night. And I mean, like, I think I brought her out into the living room. I was on this couch, and her swing is right here. And I turned on Bear in the Big Blue House. And I think we finally fell asleep. Point is, it was terrible. It was not a fun day. But yeah, so Parker's still in California. Be praying for him. His mom, I can't remember exactly which part of LA she lives in, but pretty close. Those winds are pretty nasty. But if we haven't made this clear, or maybe we haven't said it, both Parker and I are actually from California. We both, weirdly enough, grew up in the same area. Not the same area. I grew up in Orange County, and he grew up in LA County, it's literally right next to each other. Because it's LA, Orange County, San Diego County. But like his high school would play my high school. And I didn't meet the guy. Like, I didn't know who he was until I moved here in 2021. And maybe that's a story I can tell right now. Maybe that'd be pretty cool. But so when I first met Parker, I was dating my wife Eilish, and he was dating his ex-wife at the time. They weren't married yet, obviously, because they were dating. But so she kept telling us, like, you're gonna love my boyfriend. He's coming back from California. You'll love him. Be great. I first met this guy, Parker. He was so fucking I should have a photo. Post it. He was 120 pounds, wearing cargo shorts and high top Converse. He had this little, like, this beard he was kind of growing out, and it's like pokey hair. And I thought he was older than me. I really did think he was older. I thought he was older than me. And I met him, and I said, "Hey man, how's it going? My name is Donnie." And he goes, "Is it short for Donovan?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Donovan, like Walter Donovan from Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade?" And we were like, "Oh, yeah." And we were like, "Did we just become best friends?" And I mean, off it went. I mean, and then a lot of stuff happened between there, and he's just, not to be gay on my friend's not here, but like, he's just one of those guys that just fast friends, and I don't think our relationship really, like, as a friend, our gay relationship, our friendship, like, he is I'm an only child, so is he, but I have at least a few guys that I can legitimately call brothers, and he's definitely one of them. Our relationship didn't really, like, find this cementation. That's not a word. It didn't, like, I don't know what the word I'm trying to think of. The point is, it didn't really hit, in a deep level until, like, the night of his wedding. And we'll talk about that later. I don't want to jump into that. But I'll tell you about that. I'll tell you guys more about that much later. But and then he left for California after he left his wife, and I didn't see him for a little bit. We were still friends. And then when he came back, I mean, it was like we were both able to finally be ourselves after leaving that church. And so, I mean, him and I are just homies. Like, I love that guy. And I mean, him, Corbin, another one of our friends, Burke and Isaac, who we will have on eventually. Isaac just got married, so congratulations to the homie. I think Burke also got married, or he was about to. But we got this really cool friend group going. But Parker and I are just the homies. I don't remember where I was going with this. Point is, California fucking sucks. So I said earlier that it's 100% Gavin Newsome's fault, and it is 100% Gavin Newsome's fault, and here's why. So we both grew up in California. Again, I didn't meet him till I was here, ironically, weirdly enough. But the thing in California is there is they do it to themselves. Every natural disaster when it comes to like the forest and the fires, 100% their faults. Their forest management is fucking dog shit. Dog shit. So when, and someone can correct me in the comments, and I probably will put it here how I was wrong or how it actually goes. But basically, with forest management, you know, you got the rangers and the wildlife and all these people who tend to the forest. Their biggest thing is picking up dead trees and dead bark and foliage and all those different things that fall off trees and die. But in California, because it's so hot, it dries it up, and it can just be someone flicking a cigarette, a campfire that wasn't put out correctly, human error, nature itself. As soon as something takes the flame, it just torches up. But then the other problem is, so that's happening now, the fires are burning. California does not do a good job of preserving its water because of the environmentalists and all the bullshit liberals, the fucking libs, come in there and they just destroy it. Like I remember when I was like in middle school, I think it was I can't remember if it was LA or Anaheim, but basically environmentalists were able to shut down one of our water plants because they found this like really rare plankton that was going to die if they turned on the water reserves to collect all the water from the mountains. Because if you look at the map, it's like you have all the coastal counties. We can't take water from the beach or from the ocean because it's salty. I'm gonna fact check myself if that's not right, but usually you try to take it from the mountains. So when the mountains snow and because there is snow in California, you got to go high up to the mountains though. When it snows, it comes down the river, and we try to harness it. We also have other rivers and stuff that come through, like the Colorado and different things like that. So we try to take it as much as we can, but the problem is we couldn't fill this specific one up because these environmentalists shut it down, and they're like, if you turn the water on, it's gonna kill the plankton. It was just bullshit, just such fucking bullshit. And I remember it put us in a drought for I want to say like 4 or 5 years. And it didn't lift until I was a junior or a senior. And they were fucking communists. And I don't use this lightly because the liberals fucking use it all the time. They were such Nazis about water. They would fine people exuberant amount of money just because you overdid your water. And it was like, dude, it was so fucking stupid. But then the problem is like you can't police everyone, and people are going to be idiots. So it's a whole problem there. It's a very dry fucking state. And again, the liberals have taken over and this is the reason I moved. I fucking hate California. I feel really bad for the people. I mean, I was watching footage today of like LA and places I know that are burning, and it's crazy. I mean, it's even crazy too. Like there's a clip from Joe Rogan where it was like 6 months ago where someone was saying like it just takes one wind to come down from the mountains to hit LA and it'll burn. And the thing is, it's like as shocking as it is to other people in California knew this. Like we would get what's called the Santa Ana winds. And basically what is it? It was this wind that would push up from the south and it would push all the hot air away. And that way it was kind of like it was able to kind of cool down a little bit. Like, I mean, our winters aren't cold. Every 5, 6, or 10 years, we get like a really cold winter, like my senior year. And cold for us is like 63, 59. You know, like I mean, I remember one time my senior year in like 2018, 2019, it was like the coldest it got was like 59, and that's cold. You know, I mean, I think we had a 40 degree, like really cold, but I digress. Weather's weird in California, but it's just the problem. It's like the government is not good enough to manage that, especially the way that they do it in Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Texas. Yeah, it's just California is a shithole, and that's the problem. And Donald Trump is 100% right in blaming Gavin Newsom. I won't call him Newsom. That's some gay term that he came up with, and I get the point, but it's stupid. Yeah, I can disagree with Trump. We can do that. He does some stupid shit, and as much as I'm looking forward to the next 4 years, I can't wait to dunk on the guy. It's gonna be fucking funny. But he's absolutely right in slamming Newsom, because this guy is the biggest fucking shithead I have ever seen in politics, and I have seen a lot of shitheads. And he's just an asshole, and it scares me to think that there's Democrats out there and other people in general who would totally vote for this guy if they because I feel like they're gonna put him on the ticket in 4 years, and that really scares me. But I really hope people take notice of how shitty his policies are and how bad California is. I have liberals that I get in my barber chair that tell me how bad California is. You know, I'll get like the sideways glance. I'm like, you're a fucking liberal. I know you are. I see your blue hair and your gay accent. Literally gay accent. We love you. No tea, no shade. But so yeah, Parker's stuck there right now. It's kind of crazy because I don't think he got there early, but Parker's weird about it because he's like, I don't really feel like getting sleep before doing these things, so I'd rather just stay up through the night. Parker's a powerhouse. It's nuts. He doesn't have a wife and kids. That's why. I got oh man, I want to say I got like 3, 4, 5 hours of sleep last night, not consecutively. He probably got a full 10 and didn't even notice. I'm sorry if I just burped into the mic. But he was type of, dude, I want to take a nap so bad. I am just stuck. I am just stuck in this thing right now, and it sucks. But I mean, it does suck because I mean, I've never done I never flown in a plane anywhere, traveled by plane, but the idea of having to do that sounds just awful. Isn't that right, Parker? I'm not gonna tell him that I did this, and he's gonna see that, and he's gonna fucking laugh. It's weird doing this alone, but I kind of like it at the same time. I feel like maybe I was gonna do the stupid YouTuber thing and be like, tell me if you like this, maybe we'll do more. No one's commented on our videos since like I want to say that first like preview that I released in early December, the sneaky peeky preview. And that's it. I think as I was recording this, someone, someone commented on one of our TikTok pages. We released shorts. Oh, by the way, I only use TikTok to scroll through and find funny and stupid shit. I figured, you know what? I want to post clips. I think TikTok's the best way to TikTok. I think TikTok is the best way to do it. So I just changed my page into a clip page. I think it's at For the Boys Pod clips, maybe. I'll put it next to me. I don't remember it. This is the thing. I am not a good podcaster / I guess YouTuber now. I'm not good at it. I don't have any of this shit memorized. I don't even know how to link my Instagram profile into the description. We're scuff as fuck. That's the problem. But real quick, going back to the shit in California, I was watching the news clip today, and it was where they were showing some of the fires burning in LA was in an area where the BLM riots, not peaceful protests. You cannot convince me otherwise. It was in the area where it was burning, and my first thought was mostly peaceful weather phenomena. Mostly peaceful. Because that's just fucking stupid. Mostly peaceful protests while there's a fucking burning building behind you and cars flipped over. So yeah, the weather is kind of peaceful. Mostly peaceful weather phenomena. That's all I'll say about that. Anyways, in other news, it looks like the Hawk-Tuah girl, yes, we're still fucking talking about this, it's still a funny thing to me, it looks like there's substantial evidence to back that she did have some knowledge on what was going on. Apparently, she has quit all social media. I should probably do some more research, but I mean, I'll put it here. Anyone can see it. It's just interesting to see as it unfolds. And also, too, I figured I'd bring this up and just wrap up some things that we had been talking about in the first episode 0 and episode 1. Also, I want to reiterate, no, World War II isn't cool because a lot of people died. I kind of cut myself short and didn't realize World War II is cool for a number of reasons, not just because so many people died. I sounded such a retard when I said that, and I apologize to no one. Well, I guess to the people who died, but it's interesting to see what's up with the Hawk-Tuah girl. I'm curious to see what that's gonna be about. Here's the thing. I'll say this. When she finally does, if she goes to jail or is acquitted, I will never bring it up again unless she does something else stupid in the public eye. It's just funny to me and Parker that she said one really kind of funny thing about oral sex and then just blew up like that. It's nuts to me. And it's funny that it's taken only like 6 months, I think. End of the year type of shit. The last half. But in other news, I guess isn't really news, I guess. So we talked about Brett Cooper leaving the comment section. Our conservative queen. And her friend, I guess her friend, Reagan officially took over. And I saw a clip of it the other day. First off, I forgot I was following the comment section. When it came up, I was like, what the fuck is this? It's uncanny as fuck how much she sounds like Brett, or mannerisms and everything. Not as pretty. But I watched it. I watched the clip. I think I was into it like 3 seconds. I'm like, nope. And I just unfollowed. I'm like, I'm not interested. I'm just not interested in seeing that shit right now. I don't really give a fuck. You're not Brett Cooper. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I've always been kind of more of a Blaze TV guy. I used to watch a lot of Steven Crowder until he until the thing about his wife came out, and I really watched it and kind of prayed about it. I'm like, maybe I'm done. I was at that point anyways where I was kind of done with politics in general, and especially Steven Crowder's kind of politics. It just was kind of not my thing anymore. And not shitting on anyone who watches it. If you watch it, go for it. I just think for me personally, I wasn't kind of into what was going on with him and his wife. What happened between him and Dave Landau, especially, and all that different stuff. That's a good podcast if you haven't seen it. It's Normal World with Dave Landau and Quarter Black Area. That's fucking funny. But anyways, I've always been more of a Blaze TV guy. I remember when Elijah Schaefer was on. I used to watch his show all the time until he fucking lost his mind. I'm not really a big fan of the solo podcast. This is why this one is so hard for me, because it's easy for me to just have a stream of consciousness. I'm autistic as shit, but I'm not a big fan of just listening to one person like that. So I've always been more of like a Blaze TV type of guy. I don't remember where I was going on with this. Point is, I don't know. Point is, I was watching a thing today about we're gonna get into this because I did want to comment on this while it's fresh and it's going on. So Trump recently announced in a press conference that he's thinking of buying Greenland and renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America and retaking control of the Panama Canal. And I wanted to talk about these three things. I think it's important. And I just seen a few clips by Glenn Beck. Oh, by the way, if you're a big fan of Yellowstone or just want to see some cowboy perspective, which I think those are real Americans, he does a great interview with Forey. I think his last name is James, Forey James or something like that. The guy who plays Lloyd on Yellowstone. He did an interview with him, and oh my god, I sent it to Parker. I don't know if he's watched it, but it's definitely something I want to talk to him about. About just dressing like men and acting like men. I feel like that's something our culture's lost. And Parker does not have a great relationship with dad. I do have a good relationship with my dad. But no, I do. I don't know. I have a good relationship with my dad, and there's things he unspokenly taught me about being a man, but it's just kind of like putting it into words. So it's something I want to talk to him about, but I digress. My point is, I saw some clips with Glenn Beck and, Ben Shapiro and Michael Knowles, etc., just about all this stuff. And I gotta tell you, for all four major things that all the liberals and the news are like losing their shit about, I'm 100% fucking down with all of it. And here's why. I'll break it down. I'm not going to go into the whole thing. There's people way more educated than me on this. The Greenland thing. America has been trying to buy Greenland since I think the mid to late 1800s. I think especially now with everything that's going on with Russia and China, I think it's a perfect time to do it. Also, too, Greenland fucking hates Denmark. And they want to get away, but I think mark my words, I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to see the 51st state. I don't think it's going to be a territory. I definitely think it's going to be a state. We have enough territories right now. Also, the video of the black chick freaking out because I think it was Puerto Rico and Costa Rica, or the American territories not having a say in the certification is just funny to me because I don't think they've ever had the right to do that. Oh, again, I'll fact check myself. I don't know. I just thought it was fucking funny. But I think Greenland will become the 51st state. That'd be fucking chill. Chill as fuck. But it'd be a perfect, strategic positioning, because then if it becomes either a territory or state, if it's a state, we can place troops and missiles and bases there. And because, Canada, also, thank God that Trudeau stepped down. I think it was yesterday or sometime earlier this week. Fucking dubs for the boys in Canada. Love my Canadians. Sometimes. Not Trudeau. But Canada has just let Russia do whatever with the Arctic Circle, and it's fucking just crazy because what the fuck. But Greenland is awesome because we have a strategic advantage against Russia and our enemies. But also, too, Denmark has barred Greenland from doing a lot of fracking and mining and different things because fucking Greenland is huge and it has so many natural resources that aren't being touched. That'd be a fucking gold mine, dude. And here's the thing too: if we got Greenland and we started mining and gathering its resources, and also started doing it to Alaska, because there's huge bullshit things that we can't do in Alaska. I think Alaska's sitting on one of the biggest oil reserves ever. That would be fucking awesome. Why not? Why not make America self-sustainable again? Keep us away from having to buy shit from Syria, Saudi Arabia, and Russia. I don't even know if we buy from Syria. I think I just said that meaning Saudi Arabia. But just all these other shits. We don't need imported shit. We're America, for fuck's sake. So I think there's some great things about that. Also, too, from what I've seen from other people, the Greenlanders love us. I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's just a small sect of people. I don't know. Being American is probably better than being under Denmark's foot. What the fuck even is a Denmark? I think the other topic that I think is really interesting is the Panama Canal. First off, we fucking built that. That's fucking ours anyways. And we had control of that, I think, ever since Teddy Roosevelt built it, until about the 70s when Carter was in. And for some reason, Carter just gave control of that away, which was the dumbest fuck. I don't like Carter. Rest in peace. He died. He was a fucking shit president. He did some really good things when he got out of office. A lot of really cool initiatives. It was where the fuck was this when you were president? Anyways, but so we lost control of that, and right now it's in the hands of China, and that's not cool, because that could definitely be a Yes, I'm repeating shit that I saw in Glenn Beck. That could 100% be a Cuban Missile Crisis waiting to happen, and we shouldn't have that. The fact that China and Russia have been so emboldened is bullshit to me. Also, Russia should be our ally. We have more in common with them than most people think. It's just this stupid bullshit. After the communism fell, we just weren't friends with them. It was stupid. And you could say, it's because of Vladimir Putin, but it's like also you look at some of the shit that the Bushes did, the Clintons did, and the Obamas did, and it was like, dude, there's no fucking reason why we shouldn't be friends with the Ruskies. No fucking reason. You could say, well, now you can't because of Ukraine, but at the same time, it's like, I really don't give a fuck about the Ukrainian war. It sounds bad. It's not my war to care about. I feel for the people over there, but it's like there's been so many chances for it to end, and Biden has stopped it. Zelensky has stopped it. We have given more money to them than we should have, especially right now. No money has been said it's going to California, and I don't think there's really any money going to still people from the hurricanes over the summer. So it's bullshit. But so we really need to take back the Panama Canal. We built it. There's no reason why we shouldn't have main control over it anyways. It's fucking stupid. Gulf of Mexico, America thing. I kind of don't give a fuck. It's kind of funny. I think it's funny to see like the Mexico president, the president of Mexico. There we go. Having an issue about it and kind of stabbing back. I'm like, your country fucking sucks, dude. Your government has done shit. You're not even the real leader. You're run by the cartels, and your people fucking hate you. And if that offends some people, it's a fact. Mexico's a shit place to be. Do I think we should send troops in there and clean it out? Not really. I think we should still build the wall and enforce both borders. Yeah, Canada, fuck you. But at the same time, it's just funny. I don't really give a fuck. It's silly. I hope we don't have to put tariffs on Canada. I hope Canada would chill. Again, there's no reason why Canada shouldn't also be our strongest ally. At all. I feel like that should definitely... We should be homies. Granted, you burned down our sweet, sweet White House in the War of 1812. I haven't forgiven you about that. But you also gave us Coulter Wall. So... what was the fourth thing? Panama, Gulf of Mexico, Greenland. That was the fourth one. I don't know. Super excited that Trump's coming back. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really hoping things change. I'm hoping it's not just all these big ones. I'm hoping when he gets in, there's little things we can do. I'm really hoping all the Senate stuff can go through. I want to see some I want to see some Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard love. It's going to be a really interesting year for a lot of things. I think there's going to be a lot of really cool things that happen this year. Man, I don't really know what else to say. I know Parker's just stuck in California. We are going to be filming some more episodes soon. This week, the way everything fell, it just fucking did not fall through the way any of us wanted it to go. He's coming back today at 10, or tonight at 10. We're gonna get together, I think Sunday or Monday, and film. We're gonna go see Nosferatu. I'm excited about that. Not a big horror guy, but I'm hoping it's kind of scary as it. That's what I've seen. We're gonna film some episodes. We're gonna talk, hang out, and we'll be back on like a regularly scheduled program. This should not be a normal thing. I think this is a one-off, but I wanted to make sure we were still catching up on things. But yeah, so there's a lot of cool things happening. I'm not gonna regurgitate what we talked about in the New Year's special. But I will end it on a funny story from today. It's hilarious. So I was wearing, this morning I went to work and I was wearing jeans, boots, and not this shirt. I was wearing a different shirt. It was a corduroy shirt that my wife had given to me when we were still dating. It was a little thinner, it's an extra large. But it was like an Amazon base. It was a really like cheap, shitty shirt. But I was like, I think it'll look good today. So it was a little tight. I was like, it'll stretch out. It'll be fine. I'm cutting hair today, and I could not go past this. Like I just could not. I don't know what it was. The arms are just really, really tight. It was the strangest thing. But also when I was looking at it, like when you look at when you look at like a shirt, you have this big slit right here, so that when I do flip it out, I can move my arm around. I'm just gonna leave it like that. This slit like came down like right to my wrist, so when I'm like trying to roll it up, it doesn't have a lot of give, so it's really tight. I'm like, I can't. So I finished my first haircut today. I didn't have anyone else, I think, till the afternoon. I take a lunch at 1, and I was like, I can't fucking do this. This is insane. And it was untucked. There's no reason why it should have been this hot. It was miserable. But so I knew that Mark, the owner of the shop I work at, was needing some supplies, and so was my coworker Lane. And I was like, so I went up to Mark and I said 2 things. 1, I hate this fucking shirt. I need to go buy a new one, because going back to my house is so far out of the way from anything. I was like, I can just go down to the Tractor Supply or Co-op or whatever and just grab a shirt. Because if I'm going to go buy something, I'm going to go buy a Wrangler shirt or something good, you know? I said, I need to get a new one. 2, I know you need supplies. Let me go do both and just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. He said, go for it. So I went and got a new shirt from Tractor Supply. And it's funny because I had a wacky fucking day, guys. As I'm sitting there, standing there waiting to be checked out, all of a sudden this huge alarm goes off, and I think it was the thief alarm or the anti-theft alarm from the outside, because I went to Tractor Supply, and at Tractor Supply they have all the stuff in front. And this thing was going on. I think I stood there for 5 minutes because this lady was trying to check out 2 people in front of me, and it was so loud, and I could hear my eardrums just like pulsating. It was hilarious. So when it finally came out, I was like, like it was still ringing. It was so bad. So I switched my shirt in the middle of the day and everyone was laughing at me, but it was funny because my shirt for the rest of the day smelled like Tractor Supply, which I don't know why. I like the smell of Tractor Supply, especially in the little clothing area. It just smells like leather and just good stuff. I don't know. Enjoy that, but maybe it was a funny story. I just thought it was hilarious. I just went and changed my shirt in the middle of the day. So sweet. That'll be this episode. Call it the Lone Wolf or the Lone Ranger. I haven't decided yet. To our 8 subscribers, please send it to your friends. Please share this. We're trying to build something here. We really want to do something really cool with this. There will be an interview with my wife that'll eventually happen, but yeah, please just share, like, and subscribe if you're feeling Parker. Share, like, it's so funny that he said that. Please tune in for, next week when I hope I wasn't fucking up the volume just then. Please tune in next week. We're gonna have some more episodes. Fucking gay. I need to stop. We'll have a regular scheduled program going on. Parker will be on again. Today was just a weird fluke. But yeah, thanks for watching and hanging out with me. If you hate this, let me know. If you like the solo stuff, let me know as well. I enjoyed it, but I can only just talk out into the ether for so long. But yeah, so yeah. Oh god, I hate that. That was bad. Yeah.